Streaming live now on News8000.com. You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now, this morning.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Alexandra Carter.
And I'm Art Jarrett.
It is Friday, July 19th. We've made it to Friday.
Yeah, you said that yesterday. I was like, it's Friday? You're like, yeah, it's Friday going to be.
Inching along. We finally made it. And then it never feels like Friday on Friday.
No, it doesn't. The good news is the weather's going to be great today, and it won't be that bad tomorrow as well. So let's get into it right now. A little patchy to dense fog out there currently for you. And we're also going to be seeing the possibility of another quiet day today. In fact, pleasant conditions are expected. Take a look. Saturday and Sunday night, we're looking at conditions to be just like this. We have at least maybe increasing clouds on Saturday, and then Sunday, storms are on the way. Let's take a quick look as we go into your visibility. You're going to hold on to some patchy to dense fog out there right now. Wisconsin Rapids all the way down to Volkfield, getting into Boscobel. You're holding on to some patchy fog, except for Boscobel. You're in the dense fog currently, and that will continue on for you for a while. We'll also see that continue to spread closer to La Crosse. You're also seeing partly cloudy skies expected today with a little bit of sunshine as well mixed in, and we'll go right into mostly cloudy skies, possibly with some partly cloudy skies for tomorrow. That being said, this is what I've got going on for you. Let's take a quick peek here. You're going to see the radar is pretty quiet with the exception of some of that light rainfall getting over by Green Bay to the northeast there. And for us, well, we're looking at conditions to be like this with your current temperatures out there, widespread 50s with a few 40s mixed in, and those areas have patchy fog. Back to you.
Thank you, Art. Some breaking news now. Breaking overnight, a widespread computer outage is disrupting business operations across the globe. CBS's Jared Hill has the latest for us from New York.
A massive IT outage has halted operations for banks, airlines, and computer systems worldwide. This relates to computers using Microsoft software and the cybersecurity firm CrowdStrike. Multiple airlines issued ground stops Friday morning. American Airlines tells CBS News in a statement they're working with CrowdStrike to resolve the issue as quickly as possible, and they're in contact with planes currently in the air. Across the globe, stores and airports like these also taking a hit. Frontier Airlines initially reported that a Microsoft outage Thursday night had caused a ground stop. That was lifted, they say, this morning. The Secretary of Transportation posted on social media that they're monitoring the flight cancellation and delay issue. Also on social media, Microsoft 365 Status, an arm of its customer service group, posted its outages started around 6 Eastern. It's not currently clear if or how the issues are connected.
New this morning, part of Cass Street is closed after an apartment building wall apparently partially collapsed. Photos sent to us by a viewer. Here they are. They appear to show bricks bulging out from the building. Some other photos on social media, cross-referenced with Google Maps, appear to show that Cass Street is closed between 8th and 9th Streets. We're working to learn more, and we will keep you updated. Also new this morning, a house was damaged yesterday in a fire on Gillette Street. The La Crosse Fire Department responded to 1416 Gillette Street around 2:30. Firefighters say they arrived to find flames on the roof of the two-story home and smoke inside. One person was hurt but treated at the scene. Former President Donald Trump accepted the Republican Party nomination for president last night at the Republican National Convention. Trump recounted the assassination attempt that came close to taking his life and held a moment of silence for the man who was killed and the 2 people wounded in the shooting. Trump and his newly announced VP pick, Ohio Senator J.D. Vance, are expected to hold their first joint campaign rally in Michigan this weekend. Some Western Wisconsin delegates reflected on former President Trump's speech at the Republican National Convention. They were looking for Trump to address unity on key issues while also addressing the recent assassination attempt. Delegate Shannon McKinney from La Crosse highlighted the connection between border security and the opioid crisis, expressing concern about America's capacity to integrate large numbers of immigrants. While some other delegates noted they don't always agree with Trump's communication style, they generally support his policy proposals, particularly on border security.
I don't agree with President Trump 100% of the time, and I tend to look at what people do, not what they say.
The Republican Party is about equal rights for all under the law, and I believe the Republican Party has always been that. It hasn't changed.
Last night, Trump addressed the border in his speech, but focused more on the Biden administration's handling of the border. Delegates and political figures from both parties are calling for a shift in campaign tone. In the wake of the recent assassination attempt, there's a growing sentiment to move away from divisive rhetoric and focus on unity. But as News 8's Allison Fergott reports, the challenge lies in maintaining this approach in a traditionally combative political landscape.
Ultimately, our focus is going to be on unity and on that vision to make sure we make America great again.
While negative attack ads are commonplace in American politics, there's been less mudslinging than usual as the RNC convened shortly after the assassination attempt on former President Trump.
This politics of personal destruction, attacking each other, needs to come to an end.
GOP leaders say they want to focus on the positives moving forward.
The main motivation of this convention has been love of country. I think we've seen that night after night. We've seen that with what the speakers have said, and that's going to carry through this entire campaign.
Positive messaging is something Democrats are also on board with.
I truly believe that we really need to get back to calling for unity. We have been dealing with misinformation, disinformation, lies, rhetoric, political violent rhetoric, right? And so whether you're Democrat, Republican, Independent, or somebody who clearly don't care about politics, this has no place in particularly this upcoming election.
But some worry that after a temporary break, we'll return to the typical divisive rhetoric that defines our elections.
Look, I've been in this race, and all Senator Baldwin has done is lie about me and make made up stories and attack me.
You can't call for unity and then come out and attack Democrats.
And a movement away from attack ads will require both parties' cooperation.
If we're going to do what we say we're going to do, then we should actually make sure that we're finding ways to unify this country.
The former president kept his references to President Biden and Democrats to a minimum in his nomination acceptance speech. And to the other side of the aisle now, calls for President Biden to give up his re-election are growing. Many senior-ranking White House and Biden campaign officials now privately believe the president must step aside soon. Some sources say Biden has become increasingly isolated, but a White House spokesperson says the president hasn't changed his team and insists he'll stay in the race. Biden campaign co-chair and Delaware Senator Chris Coons acknowledged the partial divide, but says he will continue to support the president.
I'm confident that we will nominate the best candidate to take on and defeat Donald Trump. For me, that's Joe Biden. For some of my colleagues, they have different views.
At least 20 House Democrats are publicly asking Biden to step aside. They say he should release the delegates he won during primaries. Under party rules, Democrats could then elect a new nominee at their convention. The former Monroe County Sheriff's deputy charged with sexual assault is bound over for trial. 29-year-old Aaron Yang is accused of engaging in sexual activities with his 16-year-old babysitter, sometimes while his young daughter was in the room. He faces several charges, including third-degree sexual assault and sexual intercourse with a child 16 or younger. Yang was released on a $2,000 signature bond and is no longer employed by the county sheriff's department. The alleged events also happened before he was hired there. A car soared through the air, here it is, and smashed into a garage roof in La Crescent yesterday. Police report the vehicle was traveling along a hilltop stretch of County Highway 25 when it suddenly left the roadway. The car then catapulted over the edge of the hill, hurtling through the air before crashing directly into this garage roof. Luckily, nobody was home at the time of the incident.
Well, I feel bad for the person driving the car. This is kind of a bizarre incident. If you look at the garage, it's a godsend that nobody was home.
La Crescent police don't believe drugs or alcohol were involved. The driver was taken to the hospital. A next-door neighbor said he's glad the strange incident didn't turn out worse.
I had seen a picture from my mom that had happened, but just seeing it in person is ridiculous. I mean, he's lucky, honestly, to have such a dense backyard, because that could have been a lot worse if there hadn't been anything.
And get ready for an exciting weekend of events in the Coulee region and Chippewa Valley. The third annual Disability Pride Fest takes place tomorrow at Logan High School, celebrating disabilities and awareness. It features over 20 vendors and accessible activities like pickleball, bingo, live music, and food trucks. And the Eau Claire County Fair will kick off Sunday and run for a full 7 days, offering family-friendly events including rodeo, ice cream eating contests, horse pulls, and livestock auctions. And the Minnesota Pinto Sensational Summer Horse Show is this weekend. Watch skilled riders compete in a variety of events in stock, hunt, saddle, pony, and mini classes. Events are both indoors and out, and admission is free. The time now is 6:07. Still ahead on your morning news. Netflix is removing its cheapest ad-free plan. Prime Day hit record customer sales, and the finalized Boeing plea deal has been delayed.
This is not a normal ice cube. This ice is prized by cocktail bars and high-end restaurants. I'm Michael George, and I'll show you what's so special about premium ice.
For now, we're sending you to break with something to put the good in your morning. It's time to celebrate a hobby that has created a big buzz among city dwellers. Today is National Urban Beekeeping Day, also known as backyard beekeeping. The day is meant to support those who work to save the declining honeybee population and raise awareness about the importance of bees in our environment. Urban beekeepers keep bee colonies in their backyards and on rooftops. They work to protect these important pollinators, but the hobby also comes with a sweet benefit. They get to harvest their own honey. And we are taking a live look now at Newark International Airport. Airports nationwide have had a rough 2 days. The FAA's communication issue grounded flights from several major carriers, and then a Microsoft Cloud software also grounded flights yesterday. You see the lines are quite long here. We are working to learn more on what's causing these outages. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
They don't clock out at 5 or care if it's the weekend. That means we keep working too.
So when Eric Hovde says that farmers don't work hard, that pisses me off.
Think of farming. Look at the old physical toil that it would take on your body. Now you're largely driving around a tractor.
A California banker criticizing Wisconsin farmers for not working hard? We know what that is.
Eric Hovde, what the hell's wrong with this guy?
I'm Tammy Baldwin, and I approve this message.
The Make It Ford Summer Sales Event is on. So make it your best summer ever with Ford. Get your ideal combination of power and capability. And experience hands-free highway driving technology with Ford Blue Cruise, available on select vehicles. It's the Make It Ford Summer Sales Event, so make it yours. Make it now. Get 0% financing for 36 months plus $0 first payment plus no payments for 90 days on a 2024 Ford F-150. Only at your local Northland Ford dealers.
Our founders at Home Furniture celebrate 50 years in business. Register in-store at homefurniture.com and enter to win over $1 million in furniture and mattress giveaways. There'll be winners in every location. One lucky winner gets a $10,000 furniture grand prize during our 50th anniversary sale. Shop today and get up to 15% off sale prices, plus no interest for 5 years on qualifying brand name mattresses. Celebrate 50 years of the best selection and value in the Midwest. That's why there's no place like home.
The pain level was over 10. There's days where I just sat and cried and asked the good Lord to take me. And my doctor recommended that I go to Good Feet and try the arch supports. And I took about 3-4 steps, turned around and went and sat back down and started to cry. It was the first time that I had no pain. I'm not an actor. I want people to know my testimony. I want them to know what arch support's going to do from Good Feet.
See for yourself with a free personalized arch support fitting at the Good Feet store.
To everyone making time for life's best moments, let us celebrate with you.
In Wisconsin, we love celebrating together.
Big days or any other day.
So much.
From hot and juicy to ooey gooey
to oh my word.
Oh my word. Serving you a handcrafted meal that makes
Today,
a little bit more special.
That's what fills us up inside.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Brody from Great River Harley Davidson. If you haven't been in this year, consider this your invitation to stop by.
Adam Sandoval's Great American Convoy will be riding into Great River Thursday, July 25th from 3 to 5, raising money for the Wounded Warrior Project. Meet Adam Sandoval, donate to the Wounded Warriors, and ride with the convoy.
Whether it's your first time on a bike or you've been riding for years, I want to invite you to stop into Great River Harley Davidson.
All right, what we're looking at right now, possibility of a good-looking day ahead of us. Wow, this computer is really not working for me today. All right, we're looking ahead to at least the possibility of partly cloudy skies this afternoon, with increasing clouds coming from mostly sunny to at least partly cloudy skies. What I have for you for tomorrow, though, we go to partly cloudy skies to mostly cloudy conditions, and that's going to bring in for tomorrow a slight chance of shower activity, which is possibly getting into around the, I'll call it the evening hours, but it's more of a slight chance. I don't think we're going to get any showers out of that. We'll carry over into how this all looks for visibility-wise. We're looking at least 2 miles visibility for Wisconsin Rapids, getting much better there. Vogue Field doing a little bit better. Sparta now about 10 miles visibility. A little patchy fog to your east, and then going down to Viroqua, down into Boscobel, still holding on to some patchy to dense fog right through here as well. You can see dense fog for Boscobel. La Crosse is looking pretty good, as well as Eau Claire right about now. So we continue on with river levels. Here's the news right here. All right, so what happens for us? La Crosse will fall below 10 feet today, and that'll drop us below any type of flooding, and that's great. That'll take us to match up like Winona, you can see in the white, and eventually McGregor will fall below 13 feet once we get into Wednesday of next week. And of course, Wabasha will do the same for tomorrow. So that's how it all plays out for you. We continue to fall with these rivers. Take a quick peek here. Current temperatures are in the 50s widespread, still holding on to 47 to 46 from Black River Falls over to Sparta because of the patchy fog. I'll have more about this coming up for you in just a bit.
In your consumer news this morning, Netflix now has nearly 278 million subscribers worldwide. The company reported Thursday it added over 8 million customers in the second quarter of the year. It also says it'll now start phasing out its cheapest ad-free plan in the U.S., the basic plan at $11.99 a month. Netflix says those who want an ad-free viewing experience will now have two choices: the standard plan for $15.49 or its premium plan at $22.99 a month. The streaming platform said it expects the number of new subscribers to slow down in the third quarter. This year's Amazon Prime Day event hit record numbers. Between July 16th and 17th, shoppers spent $14.2 billion during the online sale. That's an 11% boost in sales from last year. Back to school supplies, TV, electronics, and small kitchen appliances were the top sellers. Amazon has not yet released its sales figures, but said this was the biggest Prime Day shopping event, with more items sold than any previous Prime Day. The online retailer said in weeks leading up to the event, millions of shoppers joined Amazon Prime. The Justice Department says it needs more time to finalize the plea deal it made with plane maker Boeing. Yesterday, the DOJ said it has been making, quote, substantial progress in finalizing the agreement. Those terms were due to the court yesterday, but prosecutors say it'll now be Wednesday at the earliest. Earlier this month, Boeing agreed to plead guilty to one charge of conspiracy for its role in 2 fatal 737 MAX crashes. The company would pay $487 million in fines, a fraction of what the families of the crash victims want. When you're having a cold drink this summer, you may not pay much attention to the ice cubes in your glass, but some people consider ice a luxurious commodity and are willing to pay top dollar for a certain kind of cube. Michael George shows us what makes premium ice so special.
An ice cube is just an ice cube, right? Not if you're a top cocktail bar or restaurant. Many bartenders believe the perfect drink starts with the perfect ice cube. Crystal clear, properly shaped, and most important of all, large.
Bigger ice melts slower.
Richard Boccato is owner of 100-Weight Ice in New York, where he produces premium ice for bars, restaurants, and even weddings and special events. Boccato started out as a bartender. He was inspired to start the business for one simple reason.
I wanted my cocktails to be better.
What makes this ice so special is how they make it. It all starts in these tanks.
We have pumps that are pushing the water around inside each chamber where the ice is freezing, which doesn't allow bubbles, impurities, or anything else to freeze within the block, lending it a crystal clear aspect.
The water is frozen over 2 days. Then a hoist lifts each 300-pound block out. That's when the real work starts. Inside a 20-degree freezer, workers cut the ice into whatever shape the customer wants. It can be cubes, spheres. They can even embed flowers inside ice or carve out custom designs. They made this one for us. The end result, ice cubes that are unique, don't melt too quickly.
The taste is also exemplary.
And transform the most overlooked cocktail ingredient into something cool.
100-weight ice doesn't just serve businesses. They say anyone can order custom designed ice. That's it for your morning consumer news. Time now is 6:17. Let's check in with News 8 meteorologist Art Jarrett for a look at our forecast.
All right, my friend, and away we go. Patchy fog this early morning, and maybe in some areas by Boswell, you're looking at some dense fog. This afternoon, quiet weather and pleasant, and we'll start tomorrow like that as well. And then we'll call it more of an increase in cloud cover, and then say partly to mostly cloudy skies, but a slight chance of showers, and it's only about a 20% chance. It doesn't look like it's going to happen. We take a look at how this all plays out for you. You can see not much in the way of rainfall today, but you can see the fog down here. Boswell, there's your dense fog, and that continues all the way up, getting closer to Viroqua right now, but there's no fog for you currently. Maybe you get into areas by Volkfield where you're looking at some patchy fog. That extends to areas by Wisconsin Rapids, and then back up to the north, you're looking at least a little bit of fog, low cloud activity out there right now. Holding on to the rainfall tracker here, we've got this area of low pressure that's kind of pushing in rainfall for us a little bit closer. As we go into Sunday, this is when the rainfall starts to come in. We're talking overnight into Sunday around the 12 a.m. hour. We're also going to see it kind of back off a bit and then get pushed back down. We'll get an area of low pressure that slides in, ushers in some more rainfall for us going into Monday around the 10 p.m. hour. Then we see that kind of clear out, but more fog and low cloud activity and rainfall is going to stick with us briefly as we go into Tuesday. So the morning's going to start off with a little extra cloud cover, then we'll get that out, and then as we go into the afternoon, you've got the rainfall that's going to last pretty much the whole day. We'll carry over into Wednesday by 10 a.m. Some of that rainfall is still there, kind of tracking more to the east, but we still see it by La Crosse. We'll get out of that with more rainfall possibly coming back again as we go into Thursday, but right now it's looking like it's really not going to happen. There's like an area of clearing going into the end of the forecast. We could see possibly up to about a half an inch, maybe a little bit more so, up to about 1.5 inches. In some cases, this continues to change daily. We'll go into how this all looks for La Crosse, where you're looking at temperatures in the 60s. The 70s come in around the late morning hours, and then once you get into the noon hour, around 76 degrees, and a whole lot of sunshine for you, as you can see. Let's take it over to La Crosse, or excuse me, over to Eau Claire, and you can see from 64 all the way to 69 degrees. So the 60s will happen for us, getting into at least the 9 a.m. hour. Then we switch out to the 70s. Low to middle 70s happen right into the afternoon with plenty of sunshine, holding on to a few clouds. Again, here's a look at what happens for everybody for today. We're going to see temperatures getting up to at least 81 for La Crosse, 81 for Trempealeau, 80 for Eau Claire. Up to the north, we'll go right back into 79 degrees for Ladysmith. For everybody else, though, here we go. 81 degrees for today. You're looking at 83. Mild conditions will happen. Rainfall comes in for Sunday. Storm activity as well. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. And you can see that all happening with temperatures in the low 80s. Still a bit comfortable despite the rainfall and the storm activity. Mild to warm conditions finish out the week. Back to you.
Yeah, a lot of rain icons there, Art. Time now is 6:20. Still ahead on your morning news. A new study is finding that laughter may sometimes be the best medicine when it comes to raising our children. Coming up in your morning medical news, we'll take a look at how those not so great dad jokes may be a fun way to actually boost your parenting skills.
Coming up in sports, the Loggers look to get back on track and get that second half started with a couple of wins. Plus, see how the MLB standings stack up as both the Brewers and the Twins are getting ready to start the second half of the season. That plus more coming up in the Morning Blitz.
And as you wake up this morning, leaving you with a quick wake-up call with the windy city of Chicago. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Okay guys, we're all here because US Cellular has an incredible deal. Right now, you can get 4 lines of unlimited data for just $90. On top of that, you also get 4 free phones.
4 free phones. They don't clock out at 5 or care if it's the weekend. That means we keep working too.
So when Eric Hovde says that farmers don't work hard, that pisses me off.
Think of farming. Look at the old physical toil that it would take on your body. Now you're largely driving around a tractor.
A California banker criticizing Wisconsin farmers for not working hard? We know what that is.
Eric Hovde, what the hell's wrong with this guy?
I'm Tammy Baldwin, and I approve this message.
Summer fun along the Mississippi River in Prairie du Chien, Wisconsin. Imagine your trip to Prairie du Chien any way you'd want it to be. All of the views, all of the history, all of the fun. Prairie du Chien, Wisconsin, a destination with it all, any way you'd like it to be. Discover more at prairieduchien.org.
Now is the perfect time to save at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota. You'll find store-wide sale prices and we'll pay the sales tax. Drury's makes it easier than ever to furnish your home with top-quality name-brand furniture. And right now, you'll save with store-wide sale prices and we'll even pay your sales tax. Don't miss this incredible offer. Store-wide sale prices and we pay the sales tax. It's only happening for a short time at Drury's in Fountain, Minnesota. Voted your favorite furniture store.
Want to test drive U.S. Cellular's nationwide 5G coverage for free?
Here we go.
Hey, I wonder if U.S. Cellular lets me stream in my... Yep, it's working.
Download the U.S. Cellular Trius app today.
We want them to come in, learn what they need to learn, and better themselves.
Coffee might power our morning. For these baristas, it powers a second chance. Monday on News 8 Now This Morning, we'll tell you how the Good Bean Cafe in La Crosse is being good to those recovering from addiction. Download the News 8000 app today.
Welcome to the Morning Blitz. It's been a slow second half of the season for the Loggers, just 5-10 thus far, but they've already locked up a playoff spot. Now they just got to find their stride before the postseason. Last night, the Loggers were at home taking on the Hot Tots, pick it up in the 6th inning. Loggers down by 2, but with a man on, Ethan Dempsey is going to give the Hot Tots 2 more. This one a deep shot to right. Loggers now down 3. La Crosse making a comeback. Bases loaded in the 8th. And Sebastian David comes through off the glove of the third baseman. 2 runners coming to score. Loggers now down just 1. Next batter, that's going to be fouled off and popped up over to first base for the out. Hot Tots escape the jam as they get the win 6-5. Second half of the MLB season starts up this weekend. Let's take a look at the standings with 65 games to go. The Brewers currently with 55 wins on the season, holding a 4.5 game lead over the Cardinals. The Pirates are 6.5 back. The Reds at 8 games back, and not pictured the Cubs at 8.5 games back. And in the American League, the Twins at 54 wins on the year. They're trailing the Cleveland Guardians by 4.5 games for first place in the Central Division. But Minnesota does have a half-game lead for that second spot in the wild card. So a lot of season left, but both teams looking to close in on the playoffs. This Monday, Packer players and staff will be at Lambeau Field for the 79th training camp in franchise history. Of course, they'll start the camp with their annual bike riding tradition, along with the first open practice of the year. There'll be a total of 16 open practices, so a couple of chances to see the team before the start of the season. We'll be making the trip to Green Bay on Monday, and I can't wait. If you're watching college football this fall, you might see a familiar face on TV as it was announced that Randall Cobb will join the SEC network as a studio analyst and will appear on select editions of SEC Now throughout the fall. Now, Cobb took to Twitter and said he's not officially retired, but he is excited for the new opportunity. Cobb spent 10 seasons with the Packers throughout his career before signing with the Jets last season. Of course, Cobb spent his college days playing at Kentucky, so a real SEC expert. That'll do it for the Blitz. We'll see you tonight.
Your child's confidence stems from learning and seeing clearly. At Shopko Optical, our professional team will help your child start their journey of confidence by providing quality eye care in a warm and comfortable environment. Schedule their back-to-school exam at shopko.com.
Listen to Senator Tammy Baldwin.
What is your view of the Biden presidency?
It is one of the most successful administrations in generations.
Most successful in generations? Inflation is sky high. Our border is wide open. Drugs flood our streets. The world is in chaos.
One of the most successful administrations in generations.
If this is success, we're in big trouble.
I'm Eric Hovde, and I approve this message.
There are trucks, and then there's the GMC Sierra, available with the connected driving experience and the world's first 6-function multi-pro tailgate. GMC Sierra. It's the truck. Or get $3,500 purchase cash on select GMC Sierra models. Or get a total of $6,000 purchase allowance when you trade in an eligible vehicle.
Visit your Best Choice GMC dealer today.
It's the Hy-Vee BOGO sale this Friday through Sunday. Buy one, get one free. Get BOGOs, BOGOs, and more BOGOs. Buy one, get one free, including on our award-winning Hy-Vee Chinese. Get BOGOs on more than 100 items store-wide. And when you buy one, get one free. Buy one, get one free. And buy one, get one free. Don't miss the Hy-Vee BOGO sale this Friday through Sunday, only at Hy-Vee.
Are you ready for a red-hot summer? At King Furniture, our prices are... Get your choice of these quality Jackson sets for $11.99. Need something more custom? Check out these 5 England sets for just $14.98. Available in your choice of over 100 fabrics. And in your home in just 30 days. Need a new recliner for Dad? We have hundreds of recliners, all on sale and in stock. Get into King Furniture while the prices are...
Everyone's vision needs are unique. At Shopko Optical, our caring team of professionals will work with you to ensure your vision is at its best. Shopko Optical can help you experience every detail, color, and breathtaking sight in clarity.
The News 8 Plus app. Local news on your time. You're watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
Welcome back. Great Rivers 211 is a service connecting people with resources for issues like addiction and crisis support. Now that the pandemic is behind us and other hotlines like the 988 suicide prevention hotline have come online, they say their numbers are starting to settle, as News 8 Now's Michael Germain explains.
It's those community resources that people need to meet their everyday needs.
211 centers are available in 98% of the country, helping connect folks with resources for homelessness, mental health, and those dealing with a crisis. But according to officials in Onalaska, call volume as of late has begun to decrease.
May I ask you for your age? During the COVID-19 pandemic, we saw numbers we'd never seen before.
In 2023, the center took over 24,000 calls, helping serve over 21 counties throughout western Wisconsin, southeast Minnesota, and northeast Iowa.
Most of those calls were people calling about mental health and addictions.
Lundeen says they're seeing similar numbers in 2024 compared to last year.
So we think we're kind of getting to what our baseline is after COVID, which is about, anywhere between 60 to 90 calls per day.
She says providing these services is so needed due to the amount of resources throughout the Coulee region, including housing assistance, paying for utilities, and access to food.
But the only thing worse than if we didn't have those resources is to have them and not know about them. It's hard for one individual to know everything about their community, but that's our job. That's where we step in.
Helping connect people with current, reliable, and up-to-date resources that are available throughout the community.
Those days when you can step in and you can provide someone a resource and make a difference that just, can make the difference between them being able to afford their medications that month or not.
Reporting in Onalaska, Michael Germain, News 8 Now this morning.
If you or someone you know is dealing with a crisis, addiction, or basic needs, you can dial 211 24/7. In your morning medical news, a biobank with the genetic information of more than 500,000 U.S. veterans is giving scientists new weapons to understand disease. A study published by the American Association for the Advancement of Science tracked 2,000 traits to see how they may be linked to genetic variations. The veterans database is far more diverse than earlier biobanks, and that's helping scientists pinpoint potential links that may have been missed. New research finds humor may have an impact on parenting. After talking to 300 people about their experiences being raised with or without humor, researchers found people raised by adults with humor had a better view of their parents or caregivers. Those people say they themselves would use the same parenting technique. A child and adolescent psychotherapist not related to the study says using humor while parenting can help with many things, including stress relief and helping a child deal with disappointment. A teenager has reunited with the doctor who restored her ability to move through a groundbreaking surgery. This updated procedure for children with scoliosis was pioneered by doctors in Philadelphia.
14-year-old Taylor O'Neill playing ping pong with her brothers, able to move freely, even though she has scoliosis, a curvature of the spine.
I was very stressed about it.
Before she was treated, Taylor spent most of her time in a brace.
I know my daughter that she wouldn't want to be braced for years, and we knew we needed to have the surgery.
After lots of research, the family chose Shriners Children's Philadelphia.
These are actually titanium screws that are placed into the vertebrae.
Dr. Amir Samdani was part of the first team to test vertebral body tethering for the FDA. Instead of a rod that's used in traditional surgery for scoliosis, VBT uses a flexible cord.
But if you take a look, you know, the tether allows the spine to move. If there was a rod in here, the spine would not be allowed to move. Shriners Hospitals for Children played a huge role in bringing tethering to the market in 2019, and now it's utilized in over 50 or 60 centers around the U.S.
Taylor had the tethering surgery 3 years ago.
Let's have you twist side to side. Good, and the other way. That's great. Great moment.
Taylor says she had 6 weeks of recovery, and now she's fine.
I can do any sports. I can still sing and dance and act, and yeah.
So it doesn't interfere with your life?
No.
Taylor says having her back tethered was a slam dunk for her.
Like with all surgeries, there is a chance of complications, but doctors say they're rare. Governor Tony Evers declared yesterday as Culver's Day across the state. The governor's official act recognizes the unique cultural significance of the Wisconsin-based fast casual chain, which celebrated 40 years in business yesterday. Founded in Sauk City in 1984, Culver's is known for its signature butter burger and, of course, that delicious frozen custard. It's come a long way in those 40 years. The chain has become synonymous with serving up classic Wisconsin flavors here at home and 25 other states. Culver's now has almost 1,000 locations across the country, with plans to open 50 more this year. After 20 years, Old Style beer production is returning to La Crosse. To commemorate, City Council President Chris Kalo declared yesterday the official Old Style Day. A welcome back celebration at Sloopy's Bar and Grill brought fans of the beloved brew from all over. Although Old Style beer originated in La Crosse, production moved to Milwaukee for the past 2 decades. City Brewery played a vital role in bringing it back to its roots in La Crosse.
I grew up in the southeastern part of Wisconsin, and when we were of legal age, we drank Old Style beer, and it was brewed in La Crosse. And I came to college here, and you saw the brewing company and the 6-packs, and it was really emblematic and iconic.
Attendees had the chance to win several prizes, including Loggers baseball tickets, Old Style merchandise, and beer specials. The time now is 6:35. Here is News 8 meteorologist Art Jarrett to tell us what to expect for our morning commute. I should have said Happy Culver's Day to you yesterday, Art.
Oh man, every time I leave here I have to go, do not go to Culver's today. No, I'm not saying that, but I always drive by, I'm like, you own me. In fact, we go into it. Partly cloudy skies today, possibly after a mostly sunny start. And then we get into tomorrow, we could see partly cloudy skies getting to mostly cloudy conditions and transition into a wet weather pattern, but we won't see any type of rainfall. It's more of a 20% chance that's going to happen for us for tomorrow. We'll see most of that rainfall coming in overnight into Sunday. In fact, we're going to see current visibility, some patchy to dense fog out there right now. We go right over to areas by Wisconsin Dells. Boscobel is in dense fog right now. Voguefield is in patchy fog, as well as Wisconsin Rapids, and extending back over to La Crosse right now. Some of the low-lying areas may have some fog and low cloud activity, but we're not seeing it reported right now. We get into current temperatures. Oh my goodness, we're looking at 450s widespread, still holding on to 48 to 46 degrees as you get into Black River Falls and Sparta because of the fog. Once we go into it today, your temperature change, we are at least 1 to about 5 degrees warmer than we were 24 hours ago. Not too bad, right? Let's take it right over to the river levels. Things are looking great for us. The rivers continue to fall. We're going to see La Crosse fall out of 10 feet or below 10 feet today, and that's going to be no longer an issue. All right, back to you.
Before we head to break, it's time to look at today's Look Who's 8.
All right, Connor is turning 8 years old today. He loves playing sports and making people laugh.
And Maya is also turning 8. She loves playing softball and going swimming.
How about Jack? Jack is turning 8 years old today. He loves to draw and play Legos and Hot Wheels.
And Virgil is turning 80. He loves to bake and give back to his community.
All right, and Wyman is turning 88 years old today. He loves working on the family farm, being around his family, and spending time with his old Army buddies.
Yes, thank you for your service. And if you know a special someone turning 8 weeks, 8 months, 8 years, 18, 80, or 88 years old soon, we'd love to feature them.
All right, and that's right. Just upload their photo to the website, our website, and that's website, news8000.com, and look for the Submit Pictures button under the Home tab on our website.
It is Foodie Friday here on News 8 Now this morning. We're changing it up a little bit. Coming up, we'll be joined by some members of People's Food Co-op in La Crosse to talk about becoming a member.
It's blueberry season at Kane's Orchard in Hickston. Picking is this Saturday starting at 7 a.m. Bring your pails and arrive early for the best picking of 8 varieties. The blueberries are ripe at Kane's Orchard on Kane Road just off I-94 and Highway 95 in Hickston.
After long-standing efforts from Wisconsin Senator Tammy Baldwin, 3 of the 4 biggest pharmaceutical companies say they're going to start capping the prices of their inhalers.
They used to charge families like ours $600 a month for an inhaler, even though they cost less than $5 to make. So Tammy Baldwin fought the drug companies, and she won. Now Hadley's inhaler costs $35, and we're breathing easier.
I'm Tammy Baldwin. I approve this message. I don't work for the drug companies. I work for you.
To everyone making time for life's best moments, let us celebrate with you.
In Wisconsin, we love celebrating together.
Big days or any other day.
So much.
From hot and juicy to ooey gooey
to oh my word.
Oh my word. Serving you a handcrafted meal that makes
Today, a little bit more special. That's what fills us up inside.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
It's Blaine's Farm and Fleet's Rewards Member Appreciation Event. While we offer unbeatable deals every day, now through July 31st, we're showing extra appreciation to our rewards members with exclusive deals. Like 40-pound bags of Blaine's Black Oil Sunflower Seeds, $17.99. Rewards members save an extra $2. 15% off assorted Hopkins oil change wrenches, drain pans, and funnels. Rewards members save 20%. Not a rewards member? Sign up at checkout or online. Don't miss our Rewards Member Appreciation Event going on now.
Pilgrims is growing, and we want you to be part of a successful, stable, and safe company. We're offering higher wages and more pay incentives than ever before. Stop into our recruitment office any day to apply, or walk in on Wednesdays for an immediate interview. Help us feed the world while we provide you a safe work environment, stable and essential employment, and steady pay. Apply at pilgrims.com today or anytime at 502 West Main Street, Arcadia, Wisconsin.
As I deteriorated, I needed something that would allow me to go from floor in the garage to floor in the home. Jason helped introduce to me all sorts of accessibility equipment. I have no questions about credibility and research. Personally, if somebody was asking me, I would say, here's who I would call.
Hi, I'm Jason with Access Elevator. Stop in and see us today.
It's blueberry season at Kane's Orchard in Hickston. Picking is this Saturday starting at 7 a.m. Bring your pails and arrive early for the best picking of 8 varieties. The blueberries are ripe at Kane's Orchard on Kane Road just off I-94 and Highway 95 in Hickston.
All right, happy Friday to you. We are looking at patchy to dense fog out there right now. And then this afternoon, we have quiet and pleasant weather. Tomorrow, we're going to go into an increase in cloud cover. And then Sunday, we have storm activity on the way. So don't change your plans for tomorrow. Saturday looks pretty good. If there are any events and you're going to be checking them out, go ahead and do it because it's going to look pretty nice. We'll go right into the fog and low cloud activity here. What's going to happen for us? We have that fog, the dense fog down in Boscobel still holding on. Some of that's going to still attract areas like Prairie du Chien, as well as portions of Wisconsin Dells, going up into Vogue Field, all the way up into Wisconsin Rapids, where you have the patchy fog there, and extending into Marshfield. We have the rainfall that's expected coming down from Canada, and we're going to see clouds increase for us on Saturday. You'll get the rainfall overnight going into Sunday, and then eventually you'll see by the time we get into the afternoon on Sunday and the evening hours, more rainfall will be in the process. We come back on Monday with more rainfall sticking with us. You've got this area of low pressure that shoots down from Winnipeg and starts to bring in more of that rainfall that lasts all the way into Tuesday. Tuesday is going to keep the rain. It's going to be raining all day on Tuesday, and we don't have any type of severe weather for our forecast, so that's pretty good in nature. But we do have some significant rainfall, but really I don't think it's going to be a gully washer for us over the next few days. Take a look here as we go right into Thursday. I saw that there was going to be some extra rainfall on Thursday, but these models are still kind of holding off right here that I'm showing you right now. So we'll keep an eye on that for you as we get into the forecast for you tonight. Rainfall for Wednesday, we could see up to possibly about 1.5 inches in some cases, and of less as you get down closer to the south of our area. La Crosse is holding on to sunshine for you through the morning hours. In fact, we'll even see a little bit extra sunshine coming in into the late morning hours. Then, of course, by the noon hour, a little bit of extra cloud cover starts to sneak right back on in. How about Eau Claire, though, where you're seeing 64 degrees for the 8 o'clock hour, 68 going into 9 a.m. hour. We're going to go into the late morning hour, and then we see those low to middle 70s start to pop into the picture with a little extra cloud cover for you. Highs across the region here, we're going 79 in Ladysmith all the way down to the south, 79 in Prairie du Chien, La Crosse 81 degrees, as well as Trimpaloo, and up in Eau Claire we're looking at 80 degrees. Over to our east we go into, is that Tomah over there? We're looking at least 79 degrees, and that seems to be par for the course all the way out there. All right, let's get into it. We dig right into the next 8 days, and away we go with temperatures like this. 81 today, mild conditions, still holding on to the mild for Saturday, and a 40% chance of rainfall for Sunday, with temperatures dropping down to the low 80s, and that continues all the way into Wednesday of next week with storm activity on the way. Take a break possibly for Thursday, and then more sunshine on Friday.
Every week for Foodie Friday, we speak with the business people and artisans behind outstanding restaurants, bakeries, bars, and more. This week, we're joined by some of the members of People's Food Co-op, a local co-op grocery store in La Crosse. Good morning to you both. Thanks for being here.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah. So just start by telling us a little bit about how a co-op structure works. Is it all local foods, all organic? What can you tell us about a co-op?
Yeah, so about 20% of our sales do come from local products. We have a mixture of organic and conventional products. We tend to cater to a large various audiences. We cater to people with special dietary needs, just as well as people who are looking for locally grown produce and products.
Awesome.
Well, I tell you what, you buy a lot of products from folks that are local and, of course, local farmers. How does that work into your model?
So one of the things that we love the most about the co-op model is working with these local partners, and really what that does is it gives us a sense of community. The producers that we work with and that sell products at our store come in and shop at our store, and so it's a very cooperative model is how we like to think about it, and yeah, it's a community. More of a community than just a transactional grocery store.
Yeah, that's great. Kind of like a farmer's market. Has a few elements of a farmer's market, which people love. I know I love that for sure. And what did you bring today? Looks fresh, smells fresh. What did you bring?
Yes, so we are having an open house event this coming Saturday, the 20th, from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. And we brought some examples of some of the tasting bites that we're going to be sharing at the open house event.
We wanted to give our shoppers a taste of what the region has to offer when it comes to food. So over here we have a honey salami bite with Blue Diamond multi-seed nut thins, driftless provision salami, which is made right in Viroqua, as well as Gentle Breeze honey, which is produced in Mount Horeb.
Oh, love it.
We have Microgreens Magic is kind of what we've named it. It's on Fazy sourdough, which is baked just a few blocks over, Hidden Springs sheep cheese, which comes from Westby, and deep-rooted microgreens, which comes from Westby as well.
Okay, awesome. And then there's some drinks here too. What are those?
Yes, so we have our boozy tea spritzer made with La Crosse Distilling vodka, Sacred Blossom Angel Tea, which is grown all in Mondovi, Mountain Valley Spring Water, and just a squeeze of lemon.
Okay, very cool. And so all of this is available at the open house.
Yep, with plenty of other options.
Plenty of
to
other
take.
options,
Yeah.
I'm sure. Okay, anything else people need to know, like tickets or anything else?
No,
with open
it's
house?
free to everyone. Everyone's welcome. At the door, shoppers will receive one of these like tasting passports.
Yeah.
And then as you go to each destination around the store, you'll get a little local sticker stamped on your card.
Okay.
And then you can write your name and turn it in for a chance to win a $100 gift card.
Okay, so it's kind of like an Epcot experience, just with local
absolutely.
stuff. Okay, very cool.
So wait a minute, I drive by a lot and I say, how does one join?
That is a great question. So becoming an owner at the co-op, it's a little different than the membership structure at like a membership you would get at Costco or something.
Right.
When you become an owner at the co-op, you're investing your dollars into the co-op. It's a one-time payment, so it doesn't renew every year. Okay. And that investment into the co-op gives you these great abilities to get discounts at the store, run for the board of directors, vote for the board of directors. We get discounts on classes. So there's really great perks, but you do not have to be an owner to shop there.
Right.
Everybody's welcome.
Okay, so yeah, no membership needed to shop, but
No
you
membership
get
needed
some
to shop.
added perks if you do.
Exactly.
Okay, great. Well, thank you so much for being here. Everything looks so great, and we can't wait to hear more. And where can people go? What's your website if people want to learn more quickly?
Yep, so you can find us at pfc.coop.com as well as on Instagram and Facebook for the same handle.
Same handles. Okay, perfect. Well, People's Food Co-op, we know where to find you. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having us.
Stay with us. We're back right after this.
Coming up on CBS Mornings, breaking overnight, we'll have the latest on the massive computer outage that's impacting millions around the world, including banks, airports, and media outlets. We'll talk about how this happened and what you need to know. Also, Tony wraps up our team coverage from the Republican National Convention with reaction to former President Trump's big speech and where the party goes from here. And Anthony Mason catches up with the British band Glass Animals. He'll talk with their frontman Dave Bailey about the struggles he faced after the band's mega success from the hit song Heat Waves. We'll see you at 7.
Listen to Senator Tammy Baldwin.
What is your view of the Biden presidency?
It is one of the most successful administrations in generations.
Most successful in generations? Inflation is sky high. Our border is wide open. Drugs flood our streets. The world is in chaos.
One of the most successful administrations in generations.
If this is success, we're in big trouble.
I'm Eric Hovde, and I approve this message.
Did you know that when you buy from Maury's, you get Maury's Promise? Maury's will always offer you our best price first, upfront, pure and simple. And our product specialists are commission-free, so there's no haggling necessary. Our lifetime powertrain warranty on new vehicles covers your engine and transmission nationwide for life. Also, our powertrain warranty on Maury's certified pre-owned vehicles covers you for 10 years, 100,000 miles, and much, much more. Maury's, moving life forward.
After I decided my pain was too much, and my doctor actually suggested that I do visit the Good Feet store. Pretty amazing when they put the arch supports in your shoe and you walk around and you realize there's not pain and you think, how can this arch support in my shoe make my back pain go away? But it works. And how can it make my knee pain go away? It was incredible.
Hip, knee, or back pain? See if arch supports can help you at the Good Feet store.
Our founders at Home Furniture celebrate 50 years in business. Register in-store at homefurniture.com and enter to win over $1 million in furniture and mattress giveaways. There'll be winners in every location. One lucky winner gets a $10,000 furniture grand prize during our 50th anniversary sale. Shop today and get up to 15% off sale prices, plus no interest for 5 years on qualifying brand name mattresses. Celebrate 50 years of the best selection and value in the Midwest. That's why there's no place like home.
What do we think? Burglary gone wrong? More like a chilling spree.
You see it all too often. When you don't take care and maintain your system, it's all too easy for problems to pop up when you need it the most.
It's hard to stay cool under pressure. Proper service and maintenance is worth its weight in the cold. I'm not a fan of having problems. What can you do?
Call G&T as soon as humanly possible.
Don't lose your cool this summer. Call G&T Heating and Air Conditioning today.
Welcome to the party. to make this show together. You guys, this is our show. You just never know who you're going to meet here. Let's make everyone's day a little brighter.
Weekdays at 3 on News 8. The First Warn Weather app. Download it today.
Breaking overnight, flights from several major U.S. carriers are grounded this morning due to what the FAA calls a communication issue. Delta, United, Allegiant, and American all affected by this issue. It's unclear how long the ground stop will last. This comes less than a day after major airline Frontier grounded all of its flights when a Microsoft Cloud software went down for some customers. According to the La Crosse Regional Airport's website, currently only 2 flights are delayed there this morning, and it's unknown if the outage and ground stop are behind those delays. Also new this morning, a house was damaged yesterday in a fire on Gillette Street. The La Crosse Fire Department responded to 1416 Gillette Street around 2:33. Firefighters say they arrived to find flames on the roof of the 2-story home and smoke inside. One person was injured and treated at the scene. Former President Donald Trump accepted the Republican Party nomination for president last night at the Republican National Convention. Trump recounted the assassination attempt that came close to taking his life and held a moment of silence for the man who was killed and 2 people wounded. Trump and his newly announced vice presidential pick, Ohio Senator J.D. Vance, are expected to hold their first joint campaign rally in Michigan this weekend. Calls for President Joe Biden to give up his re-election bid are growing. Many senior-ranking White House and Biden campaign officials now privately believe President Biden must step aside soon. Some sources say Biden has become increasingly isolated, but a White House spokesperson says the president insists he's staying in the race. Biden campaign co-chair and Delaware Senator Chris Coons acknowledged the partial divide, but says he will continue to support the president.
I'm confident that we will nominate the best candidate to take on and defeat Donald Trump. For me, that's Joe Biden. For some of my colleagues, they have different views.
At least 20 House Democrats are publicly asking Biden to step aside. They say he should release the delegates he won during primaries. Under party rules, Democrats could then elect a new nominee at their convention. After 20 years, old-style beer production is returning to La Crosse. To commemorate, City Council President Chris Kalo declared yesterday the official Old Style Day. A welcome-back celebration at Sloopy's Bar and Grill brought fans of the beloved brew from all over. Although old-style beer originated in La Crosse, production moved to Milwaukee for the past 2 decades. City Brewery played a vital role in bringing the beer back to its roots here in La Crosse.
I grew up in the southeastern part of Wisconsin, and when we were of legal age, we drank old-style beer, and it was brewed in La Crosse. And I came to college here, and you saw the brewing company and the 6-packs, and it was really emblematic and iconic.
Attendees had the chance to win several prizes, including Loggers baseball tickets, old-style merchandise, and beer specials. Get ready for an exciting weekend of events in the Coulee region in Chippewa Valley. The 3rd annual Disability Pride Fest takes place tomorrow at Logan High School, celebrating disabilities and awareness. It features more than 20 vendors and accessible activities like pickleball, bingo, live music, and food trucks. The Eau Claire County Fair will kick off Sunday and run for a full 7 days, offering family-friendly events including rodeo, ice cream, eating contests, horse pulls, and livestock auctions. And the Minnesota Pinto Sensational Summer Horse Show is this weekend. Watch skilled riders compete in a variety of events in stock, hunt, saddle, pony, and mini classes. Events are both indoors and out, and admission is free.
All right, we have a good-looking day ahead for us. Another day of pleasant conditions, and of course, we'll touch the upper 70s to around the low 80s today. We'll get into your 8-day forecast, and we'll be nice tomorrow as well. 83 degrees expected with at least partly to mostly cloudy skies through the day. So if those clouds increase on you, don't let it ruin your day. Rainfall comes in as we go into Sunday, and that'll be in the overnight hours, continuing into Monday all the way into Wednesday of next week. So please be safe out there and drive safely.
All right, well, have you ever jumped into a pool and thought it was freezing when the temperature was only 80 degrees? Well, don't try it when it's 39 degrees. 300 people in Austria did that in an attempt to beat the summer heat by attempting to break the world record for ice bathing yesterday. Participants were required to stay in the ice baths for roughly 2 minutes, while some participants clearly struggled. Some called the bone-chilling experience very delightful. Wow, look at those ice cubes. Those should have been in our earlier story about the premium ice. You know, ice baths are really popular these days.
Yes,
would
I
you do
know.
one?
No, I would not.
I think I would give it a try, but I probably wouldn't last very long.
I used to do that in high school and college,
Yeah.
and it's like for sports, but
Right.
no, it's
You've
like...
done it, right?
yeah.
You're past that.
Been there.
All right. Well, thank you for starting your morning with us. Maybe you're in a nice bath right now. We'll see you back here at noon.